So let's start here. Yeah. Okay. So good afternoon. So the last class we discussed about how self develop during infancy and in early childhood, right? Infancy is a time from birth to 2 years. Early childhood is from yes.
3
Yeah,
to 8
three.
years.
Yeah, that's right. So how the self develop during infancy? They begin to use personal pronouns. They use these personal pronouns to describe themselves as well as to explain their actions. Yeah. Then after 1 year or around 18 months of age, they begin to recognize their self-image as well as their photograph, right? There is a famous activity that we discussed. Then we discussed about what? Yeah, in infancy, there is no differentiate between a living organism. They are not aware to differentiate, or they are not able to differentiate between living as well as non-living things. For an example, they just consider a teddy bear as a real thing. Yeah, they play with them because they don't know that it's a non-living thing. They just play with them. Okay, that's another factor. And there is no self-awareness in infancy, which means they are not aware about their own strength, weakness and all. So there is no self-awareness. So no self-awareness, they begin to use personal pronouns. Then after 18 months, they recognize their photographs, so self-image, and there is no they can't differentiate this living as well as non-living things at the time. Yeah, that's all about infancy. Then we learned about early childhood, right? Early childhood, how self-develop during an early childhood. Any idea?
They use physical description.
Descriptions. Yeah. They use
Then
physical descriptive words.
they
Then
overestimate themselves.
very good. They overestimate themselves. Then there is no comparison, right?
Concrete terms.
Yeah. Then they
They are
use
unable to
concrete terms.
recognize that they have different attributes.
Very good. Good or bad, different attributes. Yeah, they are not aware about that. So that's all about early childhood. I hope these two development during infancy and early childhood is clear for you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's move on to middle childhood. Clear? Yeah. So middle childhood is a period from 6 to 12 years before the adolescence. Yeah. The first characteristic of first development, that is the child describe herself or himself in terms of internal characteristics. What internal characteristics? Internal characteristic, which means they begin to use some kind of words like I'm energetic, I'm cool, I have patience, like that. They begin to use these kind of words other than the physical words. There are certain things like a tall, big and all that is related with our physical sense. So here in middle childhood, they begin to use these kind of internal characteristics. They begin to use these words. Clear? Yeah, that's the first thing. Then child descriptions include social descriptions, and identity, which means they may define themselves in terms of group. They start to define themselves in a terms of group. For an example, I'm in a dance group. Yeah, they begin to describe themselves as a group. They consider themselves as a group. That is another stage, other development. Clear? Then children begin to make social comparison and differentiate from others. Look, here, sorry, yes, yeah. Here we have social comparisons. Yeah, what about in early childhood? There is no comparison
No
with others, right?
comparison.
But in middle childhood, this is a major difference between the early childhood as well as middle childhood. Here, the social comparison, they begin to compare with others. Clear, I'm taller than Ramya, I'm smaller than Rahul. They begin to use these kind of comparisons in their life. Then they begin to distinguish between real self and ideal self. Real self and ideal self. Any idea what is this real self and ideal self? Sanjana?
No, ma'am.
Yeah. Help you. Yes. So first one, that is real self. We already discussed about self-esteem, self-concept and all, right? Personal self, social self. There is other two self, real self and ideal self. Okay? So, for an example, a girl want to become tall, but actually she is short. That is ideal self and real self. So ideal self means a future thing, based on hope as well as our wishes. Yeah? In real self, that is based on our actual experiences. Clear? So if I'm short, I'm big, all these are my real self, a real part of my life. It's just based on my experiences. Clear? So in the case of ideal self, it is based on hope as well as our wishes. We have number of wishes, right? All these belong to ideal self. I want more color. Yeah? Ideal self. So that's all about ideal self and real self. I think that is clear, right? So two type of self, ideal self and real self. Ideal means based on our hope as well as our wishes.
Wishes.
Real, as the name says, real. It's based on experiences or actual things. Clear? Yeah? Okay. So in middle childhood, they just begin to distinguish between real self and ideal self. Clear? Real self and ideal self. So I hope this real self and ideal self is clear. So in this time, they just distinguish between these two kind of self. Clear. Next one, the last characteristic, that is self-description become more realistic. They become more realistic. Yeah. What is this realistic, dear?
It comes to reality.
Yeah, it comes to reality, like a logical thing, right? That is realistic. So they begin to see their life in a more real way or a logical way. Yeah. Then, yeah, that's all about certain changes during the middle childhood. During the middle childhood. And in this time, they also have the ability to see things from others' point of view. They begin to see things from others' point of view. Sometimes, for an example, if you're watching a movie, sometimes we feel very sad, right? Why? Because we connect that situation with our life, right? That's why we feel very sad. We feel sometimes sad. Yeah? We are connecting. So in this time, in this middle childhood, they
They try to look from their point.
They try to look from others' point of view. They include others' view. They include others' wishes into our life. Clear? So please write the first point, that is internal characteristics. Internal characteristics. Just write the point. I need of complete sentences under the middle childhood. First one, internal characteristics. I'm good at making friends. That is my internal characteristics, right? I'm very energetic. I'm very cool person. I'm a cool kind of person. All these are the internal things, internal characteristics. Second point, social comparisons. Social comparisons. Social comparisons. Next one, they begin to distinguish this real self and ideal self. Can you give any one example for this real self and ideal self? Other than this example. Yeah. Real and ideal.
She
Anything.
is she is like fit, so I also want to be fit.
Any other examples? The example is not clear.
She is tall,
Hmm.
so I
I
want
think
to be
that is
tall.
my example, no? Other than this. Other than this example.
She is studying well. She
Okay.
is good in maths.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll try my best to become good.
Yeah, I think that's right. Real self means, what is real self?
What I am in
Yeah.
reality,
Yeah, that is
and
real
ideal
self.
self is
Huh.
my hopes and wishes.
I think it's clear. Yeah. Next point, more realistic. More realistic. So they begin to use comparisons, they begin to use internal characteristics, and they distinguish between this real self and ideal self, and they become more realistic. They become more logical in their life in the middle childhood. For an example, a 3D model is more realistic than a 2D model, right? That's an example, realistic, a logical life. Then they also begin to see things from others' point of view. They have the ability, please write, they have the ability, they have the ability to see things from others' point of view. They have the ability to see things from other point of view, others' point of view. Okay, just give the heading real self and ideal self. I'll give an example. Real self and ideal self. Real self is who we actually are. Real self, who we actually are. That is real self based on actual experiences. Yeah. Next is ideal self. Is how we want to be. How we want to be. That is ideal self. I think now it's clear. Yeah. I'll give an example. A girl may want to be tall. A girl, a girl may want to be tall, but she is actually short. That's an example. A girl may want to be tall, but she is actually short. That's an example for ideal self. A girl may want to be tall, but she is actually short. Clear? So let's move on to the next stage of development. So we finished infancy, early childhood, middle childhood, next stage, that is your stage, adolescence. Yeah? So let's discuss that. Adolescence. So what do you know about adolescence? Any idea?
It is a stage where
Hmm.
you undergo changes.
Yes? Anything else? Yeah.
You be more practical.
Be more practical then. Anything? Fine. No
Mm.
problem. So this is a stage in a transition stage. This is a transition stage between our childhood and adulthood. Clear? So adolescence is a transition stage from the childhood to the adulthood. That is the definition for adolescence. So adolescence is a period of transition between childhood and adulthood. Like you said, there are a number of changes that happen during this time of adolescence, right? Hormonal changes, physical changes, mental, emotional, social. A number of changes are behind this adolescence. Yeah. So let's discuss one by one. So this adolescence is a transition period from childhood to the adulthood. So the transition stage between childhood and adulthood, that is called as adolescence. And this is a time, or this is a period from 12 to 18 years of age. This is by World Health Organization. According to World Health Organization, adolescence is a period from 12 to 18 years, and this is a transition period from your childhood to the adulthood. Clear? Yeah. So let's discuss the self, how the self developed during adolescence. Yeah. First point. Adolescents emphasize the abstract, or is the screen visible here? Yeah? Yeah. Abstract in or inner aspects of their personality. So here look, abstract concepts are there. In which stage we have concrete concepts? Yeah, try. Look,
Early childhood.
early childhood. So early childhood we have concrete terms. Here we have abstract things, which means the things that is not available to your senses, that is abstract things. So here, abstract things and inner aspects of the personality. Yeah. Next point, that a self during adolescence carries several contradictions. Any idea? No? I'll help you. Sometimes we use certain words like, I have number of friends, but I take more time to deal with them. Both are entirely different things, right? Or I'm very quiet, but also talkative. Two things, exactly different things, right? Self during adolescence carries several contradictions. Next one, adolescents experience a fluctuating sense of self, very common. Fluctuating sense of self, which means due to this hormones and all that we will discuss in the chapter 3. Next chapter we will discuss about physical things. So here the self, sometimes we feel a rising level of self, but sometimes we feel a falling self. Clear? That is fluctuating. That is basically due to hormonal changes. So don't think more about this fluctuations in your life. Just leave it. So next one. The self of the adolescent contain the ideal and the real self. In the middle childhood, they begin to just distinguish between this real and ideal self. But here in adolescence, they have this real and ideal self. Clear? Don't confuse. So in adolescence, they have the ideal self and real self. Ideal means who we actually are, or the something that we have. That is real self. Ideal means it's based on our hope or wishes. We want to be. Yeah, sorry. Yes. Adolescents are self-conscious and preoccupied with themselves, right? This gives them a feeling of being on stage. This word is very important. Being on stage. Which means a feeling that they are always being noticed. That is being on stage. That is the main reason we give more importance to our physical look. Our dress, our makeup, our eyeliner, our lipstick. That is because of this. A being on stage. During this time, they feel that they are always being noticed. Clear? That is being on stage. So I'll repeat once again. So in this stage, in adolescence, that is a stage from 12 to 18 years. So in this stage, they emphasize the abstract things. There is, and they give less emphasis for this physical descriptions and all. During this adolescence time, we give more importance to internal characteristics and we emphasize the abstract things. Then, self during adolescence carries several contradictions. They use several contradictory words. Then we experience a fluctuating sense of self. Okay. Then they have this ideal as well as the real self. Last one, a being on stage. Adolescent is called as a being on stage. Always noticing, or they always feel that they are being noticed by others. Yeah, that is called as being on stage. Okay, so please write abstract terms, contradictions, fluctuating, ideal self and real self, and being on stage. Just write the key points or key terms. Yeah. Can you give another example for this contradictory statements in adolescence? Anything? Any contradictory statements you use? Right?
Ma'am, I can't recall.
Just think. Just think for me. Take a few seconds and think.
I'm good in studies,
Hmm?
but when it comes to subjects, I'm not good.
Very good. Very good. That's contradictions. Okay, so that's all about the how self develop during adolescence. But let's discuss few more points under the adolescence. Clear? Okay. This is scientist Erik Erikson. Okay. So he developed a theory called as psychosocial theory. Okay. So a theory, psychosocial theory by Erik Erikson. Clear? What do you mean by the psychosocial? This is a word that comes from psychology, psychological. Okay? Psycho means? Any idea?
Mental,
Yeah, mind. Good. Social means relationships. Relations. Clear. So that is psychosocial, relationships of mind. Clear? So, in this theory, he introduced 8 stages. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8 stages. So in every stage, we need to complete a task. Okay? I'll explain you. In every stage, we need to complete a task. Then only we can easily move to next stage. Otherwise, we feel difficult to cope with next stage. Clear? So for an example, the first stage is trust versus mistrust. Okay? Just imagine this is the first stage, trust versus mistrust. So, if the caregivers provide proper care as well as proper affection to their children or to the child, they develop a sense of trust with others. They develop a sense of trust with their caregivers. So, that is a task. Clear? So, the first task, just imagine if it is a trust versus mistrust. If the caregivers provide everything, a proper food, proper kind of affection, love with their child, they develop a kind of trust. Otherwise, it leads to mistrust with caregivers. Clear? So that is the first task. So like this, the fifth stage, yeah, fifth task, that is identity versus role confusion. Rest you will learn from your psychology class. Okay. Only fifth stage, that is identity versus role confusion. Identity versus role confusion. Clear? So this is a task during the time of adolescence. Clear? So according to the scientist Erik Erikson, he developed a theory called a psychosocial theory. So in this theory, the fifth task or fifth stage, that is identity versus role confusion. That is the only thing you need to learn from here. The rest you will get from the psychology class. Okay, so identity versus role confusion is a task, that is the fifth stage of psychosocial theory. That is by Erik Erikson. So what is the task here? During the stage, the adolescence, you search for your identity, right? You search for future things. So if you succeed in that task, that will leads to a good identity formation. Otherwise, it leads to role confusion. Clear? I think it's clear for you. Need to repeat? I'll repeat once again. Try to learn. So the scientist Erik Erikson, he developed a theory called as psychosocial theory. So in this theory, there are 8 stages. There are 8 stages. The 5th stage, that is called as, yeah, identity versus role confusion. Very good. Very good. Identity versus role confusion. I think it's clear, right? So what are the factors that leads to this role confusion? There are a number of factors, right? Number of problems that leads to this role confusion. They are always search everything in Google. Yeah, some pressure from outside environment. That is also a reason that leads to a role confusion. Who am I? I'm confused. What is the main purpose of my life? Yeah, these are the questions that come with a person having this role confusion issues. Clear? Yeah? Okay. So according to this Erik Erikson, adolescence is a critical time for identity development. Okay. So why this adolescent is a critical time for development? Then you have to write all these things. Okay. If a question asks why adolescence is called as a critical period of development, just write, according to this Erik Erikson, he developed a theory, that is psychosocial theory, with 8 stages of development. Okay, so in each stage, the first stage, that is trust versus mistrust. So in each stage, like this identity versus role confusion, trust versus mistrust, all these are the tasks in each stage. So in each stage has a task to accomplish. Okay, in each stage, in every stage, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, every stage, you has a task to accomplish, which enable us to move to the next stage of development. Otherwise, it leads to some problems in the next stage. Okay, so the 5th stage, that is identity versus role confusion. The 5th stage of psychosocial theory, that is identity versus role confusion. So this is basically happened during the time of adolescence from 12 to 18 years. Okay, so the task during the period of adolescence is to develop a sense of identity. If someone fail in this task, that leads to role confusion. Clear? So the task during the adolescence time is to develop a sense of identity. So what is this identity? It can be any personal characteristics or any behavioral characteristics of a person. How we recognize a person from a group. That is called as identity. We have personal identity, yeah? Also social identity. Clear? So let's discuss the reasons behind this role confusion, or why this adolescent period is considered as a critical time. Okay, let's discuss that. First one, as we all know, due to hormonal changes. Okay, so many sudden changes are taking place and he or she is confused about himself or herself, right? This is due to hormonal changes, which means we have a number of physical changes. Yeah? Increase in height, weight, some sexual developments are there. So we are confused. Our oil glands is more active, that leads to acne, pimple problems, everything that gives something extra than this early childhood and middle childhood. That leads some kind of problems or some confusions. Why this happened to me? Why only me? Yeah, that is one problem due to hormonal changes. Clear? Next one, social changes also influence his or her relationship in the social group. What do you mean by this? What are the social changes, or who are the social group? Other than the person, that is the environment, right? For an example, if you consider me, school, my family, my friends, peers, all these are my environment, right? My social group. Yeah, I think that is clear, right? So here the expectations come, the expectations of your parents. You want to become a dietitian, but your parents want to become a teacher. A different expectations. That is also leads to a problem or crisis. It creates a crisis in adolescent time. Clear? And then, and also society also having these kind of expectations from us. Behave like this, don't do that. Different expectation. They expect lot and lot from us. But we are not capable at this time to do all these things. That is just because we are in a developing stage. We are not yet developed. Our self is developing. We have a number of hormonal changes, of physical changes and all. Due to this, and also this expectations. Okay. And third point, sudden changes in physical look create a sense of changed identity. Do you experience this? Any kind of sudden change in your physical look? You
Yes,
experience it?
ma'am.
Yes. But in my case, there is no much sudden change. Everything in a quite slow rate. But in your case, it's sudden, right? Yeah. There are some children, they experience their menstruation earlier, early maturers, right? So they also have these kind of sexual development earlier than their peers. That's also create a confusion. Why? Why this happen? Like that. Okay, this also create a crisis or problem or create a role confusion during the time of adolescence. Clear? So what about this adolescent period? Can you give any idea about this adolescent period? You can look, yeah.
It is a period of transition from childhood to adulthood.
Yeah.
Uh,
It is better to write transition between childhood and adulthood. Okay. So it's a period from 12 to 18 years. There are a
it
number of
gives
changes
more
happen. Yeah.
importance to inner aspects. We focus on our inner qualities than physical appearances.
Very good.
We
You
have
left
several
emphasis to this physical things, physical appearance and all.
contradictions.
Yes.
Uh, experience fluctuation.
Fluctuating sense of self.
Have ideal
Sometimes it is in the
self-relation
peak, but sometimes we feel very low.
low.
Yeah.
We become self-conscious.
Ah, good. That is called as a being on stage. A noticeable period. Everyone is noticing you. That kind of concept in your mind. That is being on stage. Yeah. That is the reason why we give more importance to a physical look, a good
Appearance.
dress and all. Yeah. Okay. So, what about this psychosocial theory?
It was written by Erik Erikson.
Very good. He introduced that concept. Okay. Yeah.
Psychosocial theory.
Hmm.
In that fifth task was differentiating between identity versus role confusion.
Yeah. Good. That is the fifth stage in this psychosocial theory. Good.
Each stage have a task to accomplish so that you can
Each
move
stage
on
has a
without.
particular task to accomplish. Yeah.
Uh,
So
it
proper
is like
development
if we
or
identify our identity, there is no role confusion.
otherwise it leads to role
Role
confusion
confusion.
or crisis in your life. Okay, so this expectations from society, expectation from your parents, then your sudden changes in the physical look, as well as some hormonal changes, all these are the certain causes behind this crisis or this role confusion. I think it's clear. Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Other than this, sometimes your parent or our parents or society expect mature behavior from us, right? But sometimes they tell us that you are still a kid. Don't do that, right? Do you experience it? Any share your views? Share your things? Yeah.
I'm like, if I fight with my brother, she'll say, behave mature, you're in 12th, I'm in 10th, like that before. Now I used to ask her for giving me food. So
So
she'll tell you are grown up, like you should,
don't do that, right?
yeah.
That creates a confusion, right? Am I a mature person or still a child? That's an again problem. Again creates a confusion. Who am I? That's the biggest problem. Yeah, that's also create a confusion. Actually, that's all about our chapter 2. A small chapter, right? So we finished chapter 1 as well as chapter 2. I'll give you notes by tomorrow. Okay. Please send a hi. Please give me a message. Okay? Yeah. So I'll read a paragraph from here. Okay. So, yeah, sometimes they are expected to behave in a matured manner as adults. On the other hand, they are told that they are still young, yeah, and not that grown up. For an example, they are directed, for an example, a child, they are directed to go to father's office and talk to his boss about the ill health of father, right? Okay, so the young adolescent still does not feel competent to go and to go, yeah, to go to office and approach the boss. He is not competent to do that at that time during that adolescence. Yeah, so the response is that he is called, you have grown up so old, can't you pass a simple message? Yeah, so, and if you want to drive his father's new car or a new bike, he is told not to touch it and he is still young. This creates a confusion. Yeah, like you said. Yeah. So this creates a confusion in the adolescent about his identity in the society. Yeah, yes. And in some important family discussion, he is told not to express his opinion as parents feel he does not understand the whole situation properly. This is another problem. Don't speak. Elders are here. Yeah? We can't express our ideas. They still consider us as a small kid. Even me also. They still consider me as a small kid. Hmm? Just imagine. Every parents are like that. Yeah. Yeah. That's all about chapter 3. Okay, so there are a number of questions in page number 16 and 17. I'll read certain questions. I know you don't have text. So the first question, that is the self-realization of adolescents explain different aspects of them, like interest and skills, expectations and capabilities, only A, both A and B. That's an optional question. So both A and B, right? Like all the skills, interest, expectations, capabilities, everything comes under this part. Then dash refers to those qualities of a person that connect him to a group or society. Is the question clear? Dash refers to those qualities of a person that connect him to a group or society. Is it personal identity, social identity, or emotional identity? Is one.
Personal identity,
Personal, it refers to those quality of a person that connect him
social identity,
to a group. We are connecting
social
ourselves with a
identity,
group. Yeah, social identity. Then the changes in self during middle childhood. Which? Middle childhood. Social comparison. I know this is a little confusing. Social comparisons, realistic self-description, and aware of the physical capacities. Any idea? In middle childhood,
Ma'am, can you repeat the option?
social comparisons.
Social comparison,
Yeah, that's the right answer. Social comparison. Then we have, so these all are the choose the right answer questions or multiple choice questions. Then we have what is self for a 2-mark question. So what you write? Just write a definition. I don't need the answer. I'll give how we give marks to you. For a 2-mark question, just write at least 4 points. That is my trick. I always tell this. For a 2-mark question, just write 4 points. For a 3-mark question, just write 6 points. Okay. For a 5-mark questions, at least write a 10 points. Yeah. It is better to write in a sentence. For an example, if tell the two level of self-recognition, or what are the two types of self. Don't write personal self and social self. Just write social self and personal self are the two types of self, right? In a sentence form. Okay, so it's better. Then what do you understand by self-esteem? That is the next question. Self-esteem, which means a judgment of a description. Self-esteem. There are two types of self-esteem, positive as well as negative. Then discuss self-concept. So the description of any description of a person, that is self-concept. Yeah? Yes, yeah. And that usually gives the answer, who am I? Yeah, always it gives that answer. Then for a 3-mark question, is what are the different aspects of self? Which means, in area, different aspects of self. Personal self, social self, self-esteem, self-concepts, all these things. Then what is identity? It's also we discussed. Then name the different kind of self during early childhood. So you need to list all the points, all the self, how the self developed during early childhood. Yeah. Then, yeah. It's a short answer question that carry 3 marks. Ram is in early childhood. So, somebody is in an early childhood stage. The teacher asked him to tell about his classmate Geeta in early childhood. So, what type of sentence he may speak? Any idea? In early childhood.
She is friendly.
Yeah, okay.
There will be
Does
no
he compare?
comparison
Yeah,
like
that's
no.
the right answer. There is no comparison. Good. Then discuss the self-development during adolescence that we discussed now. Yeah. Then in the long answer section, why the adolescent faces this identity crisis? Why? Due to hormone changes, due to the expectations, due to confusion. Yeah. And this crisis is just part of their development. Yes. Then how the self is developed during infancy. These are the certain review questions from our textbook. Okay, so I'll send the note. Just give me a hi. Yeah, so any doubts, dear? So that's all
No,
about
ma'am.
chapter 2. No, fine. So next class we will discuss a new chapter. That's also part of the self that comes under the unit 2. Now we are in the unit 2. We are discussing unit 2. So the first chapter under the unit 2 is finished. Rest we will discuss.
Ma'am, so unit 1 has how many chapters?
11 chapters.
So we finished unit 2, ma'am?
No?
Ma'am, you said now you are in unit 2.
Sorry. Now we are in unit 1. Yeah. This chapter 1 that comes under, according to me, the chapter 1 comes under the unit 1 category. Okay. That creates a confusion in me as an adult. Okay. Yeah. So 11 chapters under the unit 1. That's we will discuss. Okay. So take care. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.